Okay, so we've just entered into York, and this is Mickel Gate Bar. It's part of the Wall of York. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's an old barbican, and you can see the wall to the left and the right of it. You can see the statues on the top. Nicely still intact. Lots of history in this town. This is the Vale Hill. It's part of the York Wall, and we're going to walk up there and around. I love this walk. I've done it many times before. It's quite beautiful. All around you'll find these signs, the city walls, and it explains all about the different places you're going to around the wall. It's very, very interesting. Okay, so this is the wall when you come up the steps. Encasing York City from a medieval time gone by. This is the Norman Vale. It's where the Norman Castle was even. That's what the board downstairs that I've just shown you was explaining. And then this then goes inside the city walls. So all the housing now is inside the city walls. The modern housing, or fairly modern housing. And again, this is the walkway around here. It's all the way around to the different areas around the wall. You've got Booth Bar, Mickel Gate Bar. That's where all the barbicans and the entrances are through to York City of a medieval time. Okay, so this image here depicts, on this side you've got Vale Hill where we are, and then you've got the water in the middle. Then on the other side you're at Clifford's Tower. It's a huge tower. So they had a sentry point on each side of the water. So the water would be flowing through here. So that was just to keep out any undesirables into the city. So Clifford's Tower will be over that way. Over past Vale Hill. Vale Hill is just here, and then across over in the water is Clifford's Tower. Okay, so this is another point on the wall. So going forward over there at the top there is St Mary's Church, and behind us is Bishop's Hill. You can't really see Bishop's Hill very well today because it's a little bit rainy, a little bit cloudy. But you can see St Mary's Church. There's St Mary's Church there. That's behind the houses. So yeah, onwards we go along the wall. Okay, so this is the other side of Mickel Gate. From when we came in, and you saw the very front of it. This is actually inside the wall compound. As you can see up there, the beautiful statues at the top. There's a little birdie on that one. It's quite beautiful, magnificent architecture. To think that this is from the 11th, 12th century. Quite amazing. So onwards, downwards, and onwards. And across the road. Okay, so this is going inside the tower area. The barbican would be over here. The door is shut at the moment because we're out of season. Medieval door. And all along here. And that's, again, that's inside the city that the walls are protecting. Here it is from the other side that we've walked through. So, keep walking along. That's the York railway station from the wall. Oh, easily accessible if you want to come by train. Okay, so we are now at Barca Tower. That just gives you the information on the board there. There's Barca Tower there. and it goes over to Lendl Tower over that side of the water. So from this side to that side. They used to have a chain that crossed over between the two to stop the boats coming in, and they would charge you a heavy charge to get through to go on the water here, to bring in your goods and to make sure you weren't faux. Well, there's the river. There wouldn't have been a bridge there in those days. There you go, there it tells you all about it, dating back from the 1300. It was originally part of the city's defences. Very interesting. This is the multi-tangular tower. You probably won't be able to read that, but that's just to let you know where it is. And here it is, the multi-tangular tower. So it all dates back to, bottom bit's going to be Roman, then it will be Norman, and up like that. Amazing area. Okay, so we started at Vale Hill, which is here, because we're staying just around here, and we've walked across here to Victoria Bar, Mickel Gate, and now we've come around and we are here, and this is where the St Mary's Abbey is, beautiful ruins, and also the York Museum. So just going to go around here, around here, around here, all the way around here, back to here. We're halfway. This is the remains of St Mary's Abbey, built in 1089. Still standing. This is after William the Conqueror came to be our first Norman king, 1066. He came up and demolished the area and built lots of different buildings. Got it built, should I say. This is Besom Bar, so we're going to go up there along the wall some more, onto Mickel Bar, and you can see the Minster in the background there. Portcullis Booth Bar, which is basically a defending gate. They would lower that to stop people going through the walls into the city. So they'll get lowered down to the ground to stop where the entrance is on the kind of like the roadway. This would go straight down and stop people coming in. They would have the Barbican on the other side, just outside from the portcullis. On top of the Barbican there's walls on each side, and then there'd be people, soldiers on the top with their arrows. This is the other door going back onto the wall. That's the Minster in the background, chiming away, the York Minster. Those beautiful sounding bells. Oh, and that's the siren of a police car. Wouldn't have heard that in the medieval days, would you? And there it is, the beautiful York Minster up there. Fabulous building. There's the York Minster from the wall just after Besom Bar. Quite beautiful. Very nice. Look at that. Amazing structure. Wow, it's lovely structures on the walls. It's beautiful. And then over there, there's the York Minster. Amazing. This is the best view of the York Minster, between Besom Bar and Mickel Bar. On the wall, you get a really good bird's eye view of it. No trees, absolutely magnificent. It shows the gateway to the Roman fortress. So originally the Romans were here in AD 71, And then after that, Norman the Conqueror came and built the rest of the Norman wall. So underneath the wall that we see today, which was built by Norman the Conqueror, underneath these stones, where the ramparts are, where the hill comes up to the actual wall, was originally Roman. This is the monk bar. Inside here they've got an exhibition on for Richard III. It's at two different gates. You've got this one for Richard III, and then you've got the other gate for Henry VII. Just going down the steps, monk bar. These are the remains of the Roman walls protruding from the Norman walls, which is where I'm standing on. In AD 71, the Romans established a fortress here on the bank of the River Ouse, and we're standing on the eastern corner of the fortress. So the wall continues beneath the grass at the present ground level, and it's nearly 3 metres higher than that of the Roman city, or the then once Roman city. This is the Red Tower. It's basically the end of the wall before the King's Fish Pool. It's silted up later in medieval times, and they can no longer use it, but basically the fish pool, King's Fish Pool, was basically for him to catch fish. The locals couldn't use it, only the monks and the kings and the keepers, and then the wall carries on around. This is the last bit of the wall that I'm walking, and that'll be the end of the wall. That's the Barbican, part of Walmgate. You see where the bars are. You can walk around there, and that's where the soldiers would stand on guard for the city and the walls, and they would fire down at anybody entering the city that wasn't supposed to be there, such as in the Civil War, Charles I. York was loyal to Charles I, but the parliamentarians tried to get in, and the cannon fire and everything ensued in those years. Amazing, this is the only one that's left of the Barbicans. They were put in around about the 14th century. This is almost the last of the bars, Mickel Gate Bar. During the reigns of Elizabeth I and James I, Roman Catholics were imprisoned in the tower above. From here you can see the last bit of the wall that I'm going to be walking, and behind in the distance there's Clifford's Tower. This is Clifford's Tower. Originally, in 1068, William the Conqueror built a fortified wooden tower here, a wooden castle, the same as he did on Vale Hill. Clifford Tower now stands on top of what used to be a wooden rampart. Okay, I'm going to go up there, up into Clifford's Tower. This is inside Clifford's Tower. Gives you all the information on the different wards, about about the normal castles of York and William the Conqueror and the Jews of York. It's very interesting, very informative, very easy to read. And you can go to the top there as well. Beautiful views over the city. It's by English Heritage. I have an English Heritage card, so that's good. Well worth a visit though. You should get a really good view over the city. This is the view over the city. The York Museum, or Castle Museum's down there. And then over here we have the River Ouse. And then this is inside from the top. You're down there a minute ago. There would have been a floor just there where the green is. And the red that you can see is from a fire that happened during the Civil War, 1648. And this tower, after William the Conqueror built his wooden tower, this stone tower was built by Henry III. It's famous for Westminster Abbey and lots of great architectural English buildings. There's the York Minster, just behind that spire here, just behind this spire, the York Minster there. It's a bit cloudy today, so you can't see it very well. You get some really good views of that closer to it when you're on the wall itself. So that's the part of the wall down there. And then across the River Ouse you have the Vale there, where his other castle, where Norman the Conqueror built his other fortified castle, wooden fortified castle. It's now just a moat, a hill. And then the wall goes all the way around there. And then it encompasses York Minster inside, and then go all the way around again. 90, when there was a wooden fortification here, the Jews being persecuted by the York people took refuge. They set alight the timber structure, intent to commit suicide. Anyone that was left behind or got out of the fire were persecuted and brutally murdered. There's a plaque at the end of the hill there commemorating the Jews that died. Very sad.
Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. We do reviews on hotels, overseas travel, UK and Europe. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye for now.